But I had another issue I wanted to talk to you about that I don't need a power of attorney for.
Okay, what is that?
Well, it has to do with your agent, Mr.
My
Arvilla.
Ardella? Correct. Yes.
There's a number
He's the
of
one that
issues
gave it.
here. I don't believe he was being straightforward and honest with me. Because I was asking for evidence proving that the Constitution and laws applied to Mr. And he said that I would have to go to a specialized unit.
Right. Yes, there is. See, when we pick up the information that you're giving us and we try to plug it in, it'll give us a message telling us what needs to happen. So he told me that it informed, and he had let you know that you had to call another number to discuss the account for that information.
Yeah, well, he absolutely insisted. I gave him every opportunity to believe, to be honest, and I don't believe he was, because he said I wanted to know what the name of the actual unit was, and he said there was no name of the unit, and that's not true. And he sent me to a generalized number that goes. It's the Master Examination Unit, so it does have a name. And they're not able.
Right.
They're not able to
If
give you
you
that.
call that number, they will give you the name. But when we plug in the information, a number pops out, and it informs us the number for you to call. It doesn't give us information as far as what the unit is, or it just pops up. And I'm sure if you've got, if you got the information when you work on computers, stuff pop up like links to go to different places. That's what it does to us. It doesn't give us the name.
But why when someone like Mr. Avila and maybe possibly yourself, why when you guys insist, and I mean absolutely insist, without a doubt in your mind that there's jurisdiction over somebody, that when I ask for evidence to actually prove that, you're never the right agency to do. So my question, I don't think it's honest for Mr. Avila to insist with absolute ironclad certainty that there is jurisdiction over someone I'm working with. But then when I asked for evidence to actually prove that, he told me, and I wrote it down, he said he's not even qualified to answer such a question.
Okay. And forgive me for I'm not trying to defend my representative, but we are the collections department. All we do is collect the money that people around send for anybody that they're going to owe. Now, it depends on what department worked the case for them to answer your questions.
Yeah, how do you get on? But it's not right to get on the phone. We'll call up and wait a half hour to an hour to while on hold to get in touch. If you're not, my position is, and I think it's easy to understand. If you can't confirm that there's evidence that you have any jurisdiction for whatever department you happen to be in, if you can't prove that there's evidence of jurisdiction over the person that you're attacking, then you had no business contacting them regardless of the name of your department. This idea of kicking the can, someone else, you're the one. Mr. Avila,
okay, sir, I am not calling you so that you could tell us that we have no business on anything. Like I said, we are the collections department. We collect the bill. As far as who has jurisdiction to what, we don't know that.
We don't know that.
We don't know that. It depends on the department that worked the case. So you're going to have to call that number that popped up on the screen if that's what you're trying to, because that's what he notated on his form, that's what you wanted to know. So if that's what you wanted to know, the number to call is 1-866-883-0235.
No, because it's this department, it's collections that are proceeding against this man. And if you are not qualified and you don't know about jurisdiction, then you can't say you have jurisdiction and that you're doing the right thing. It's like you're blindly attacking this guy just because you got a letter from another... No, we're not
blindly attacking. Somebody worked the case. Somebody felt that was what he owed. Send it to the collections department because he didn't respond to notices.
Okay.
That's all it is. So, now, if that department felt they had jurisdiction, then you need to question that department, and that's the number we gave you.
Okay, so it's blind enforcement. You're just blindly enforcing.
That's all over the world, sir. We get a collection department. That's what it is.
That doesn't help. So you're admitting it's blind enforcement without any regard to whether it's accurate or not?
Okay. Again, maybe a call back to you is not going to be good enough because if this is what you want to know, it's not going to work. So
No, it's working pretty good right now because this is
right.
this is an
You're
issue I have
questioning
with
me.
your employee.
You are arguing. You're argumentative over what I'm trying to tell you,
No,
and I am not here to call you. Yes, you are, and you keep telling me that we are blindly doing this and we are blindly doing that. We have different departments in the IRS.
Yeah.
We are the collections department, and whoever works the case just sends us the bill because somebody didn't respond to them.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm asking you questions. So there's a difference. No, wait, let me finish.
Well, I'm not here to answer any of your questions. We're going to discuss an account that you have no power of attorney.
That's just rude. I have a complaint about your employee and the way he treated me. So let's just take my client completely out of this. This is a complaint about your employee. Okay? And what you've told me so far, just to get agreement so we're on the same page, and I'm asking you questions so that I can understand better what's happening. You are blindly enforcing this because you have no qualifications, no input, or no discretion to determine whether it's accurate or not. You just do what the other department tells you to do.
That is not to you. You're thinking you're forming this into a question to let or admit, or I admit, that we are ignorant to what we're going through as far as collecting money. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Well, I'm trying to clarify because you said we don't know that. I wrote it down. So when I'm asking, and then your employee said that he was not qualified. That's on the other page of my. Okay, I'm just going based on what you guys are telling me. So this is called more of more like say I'm interrogating. I'm asking you questions. It's not an argument. I've never engaged an IRS agent in an argument because most of them don't seem willing or capable of engaging in an actual intellectual discussion. He said the other day, this was on Thursday, he said he's not qualified to answer. You said we don't know that, and I'm asking as far as issues of jurisdiction. You said that you're just doing based on what another department determined. So I wanted you to clarify. So you're blindly enforcing what another department
We're not blindly enforcing anything. We are not to answer those types of questions when a number pops up to refer you to.
That's a different issue. I'm asking you because you're saying that your subordinate said he wasn't qualified to answer that. When I'm asking you about jurisdiction, you said we don't know that. So I'm getting to, it looks like you're just enforcing the decisions of another department without any regard to whether there's jurisdiction or whether it's accurate or not.
When they work the case, they have the jurisdictions and the rules.
How do you know
we
that?
get a bill.
How do you know that they have jurisdiction if you guys aren't qualified or you don't know about that?
We are the collections department. You have to ask that question to the person that we referred you to.
Yeah, but you just said that they had jurisdiction. How do you know that? What are you basing that on?
Oh, my Lord. You know what, sir? I am not going to argue this over with you. You have an account. You have a case.
Do you understand it's not arguing?
You need to call the number.
My asking you questions is not an argument.
What I'm understanding is you are just trying to aggravate somebody by telling them they're ignorant or they're not knowing something. We do know. We are not authorized to talk about it.
Then all you have to do is tell me. You just have to answer the question.
I just told you that, but you continue to do it.
No, I'm asking you a question. How do you know the other department had jurisdiction?
It's not our business. It's not our business to know anything. You want to know if they had jurisdiction, you need to call them.
Not our business.
Goodbye, sir.
No, don't hang up on me. I want to.